Going for it on fourth. They're going to try a second time. Brady to throw for it.
Get the fuck off the ball.
This is caught. It's Julian Edelman. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. A big pickup of 12 yards on fourth down to keep this drive from stalling. No score after one on EA Sports. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Patriots in control of the football as they've got it with a first and 10.
Oh my God!
Brady now on first down.
You got a lot of content what you bought me for.
And he goes down. The inside linebacker Danny Trevathan gets the sack. After the sack, it's second and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here.
Henry, my boyfriend. What's your number? What's your number, though?
Now Brady. That is caught at the 7. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Matt Lacoste, 28 yards. As his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. The PAT up and good, but hold on a second. There is a flag. Well, we looked at each other right away. We knew that flag was coming out.
And I always enjoy the conversation post because officials always tell you, I don't want to throw a flag, but you caused the play. You did it. I had to.
And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
You got to get plot.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
No, I'm on the grind journey. I need to play too.
Oh, man. I like that. No one is mistaking me
no
for
inspiration.
Thank you, Dr. Davis. First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards. Here's Trubisky to throw. He's got it complete, Mike Davis. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Another nice game.
Ouch, that shit gave me a break.
Between those last 2 plays. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. They will get 4 yards here on the first down run, and that'll make it 2nd and 6. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. On 2nd down, Davis. And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41. From the gun on 3rd down, it's Trubisky. Eluding the pressure right. He may try and run for this. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 29-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Look.
Trubisky will throw. Middle of the field, it's Robinson. And inside the 20 before
fart.
he's brought down. 11 more yards that go around, a first down as well.
And I ain't trying to hold up.
Two minutes on the clock, second quarter, 7-0 ball game. Here we go. A reminder coming up at halftime. Jonathan Coachman will join us from Orlando with our halftime report. But business to take care of before we get there.
A 2-minute drill before the coach's 2-minute drill.
And they work this near the 5. He'll be stopped at the 6. 12 more yards there and another first down. A chance now to get even before the break as they come up 1st and goal. They'll try and run forward with Davis. And he is in. Touchdown, Chicago. A 6-yard touchdown run as they are now on the board here in the first half.
We've been on a
The extra point up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. So they will accept the penalty and move forward. The Pats at the line, ready to go. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown. Now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it up.
Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Kyle Fuller. And they take possession
We've been
of
on
the
a
football and have it
tragedy
at the
war.
36-yard line.
Charles, with that incompletion, I want to step back for a second, just talk about the quarterbacks this year. It's an interesting stat that you and I were looking at before the game. 40 quarterbacks have been used in the first 3 weeks of the NFL season, most in the Super Bowl era. Some injuries and then just some changes at QB.
Yeah, and 20 of the starting quarterbacks this past Sunday under the age of 27. But what I like about what I'm seeing, despite the injuries, retirements, guys being unable to play, I'm seeing these youngsters and backups come in and
That nigga lagging,
in
man.
a lot
He's
of
acting
cases.
like lagging on the
Into a
heck.
double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Stephon Gilmore. And they take possession of the football and have it at the 36-yard line. Very good starting position
Do
for
it.
the Patriot
Do
offense as
it.
they come up
Do
first and
it.
10.
Do it. Do it now.
So after the INT, it's Brady. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Partner, switching gears for a second, a really cool moment on Sunday night when Clay Matthews, former Browns linebacker, was inducted into Cleveland's Ring of Honor.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead them up 3rd and long. They fake the handoff. Now Brady. And now a fumble. Brady loses the football. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Call it luck or skill, whatever the case is, they're feeling good about just keeping the football there.
Yeah, the biggest thing that they're calling it now, our ball. I mean, they don't care if it was luck or skill. But the panic that jumps up in your chest when that ball's on the ground, whether you get it or your teammate gets it, just as long as you retain possession, that's all you're looking for.
A good return there, call it 13 yards. And control of the football, switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now a timeout taken. Perhaps a chance for one more quick play and then another timeout if they hurry. We'll see. Now it's Trubisky escaping the pressure. And it's a fumble. And it's picked up by the Patriots. But they will not be able to capitalize as time is run out here on the first half of play. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Set and ready to go for the second half. One touchdown apiece, 7-7 our score. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. We have not seen much on offense from either side. These last few drives, it has been a struggle, hasn't it?
Totally, and you're thinking to yourself right now, if you're on offense trying to get things figured out, okay, we self-scout every week in our game plan. How many things do we do at certain times? What are our tendencies? Time to go to some of those tendency breakers and try and create some offense.
They always have those in their back pocket, don't they?
You have to, and if you don't keep abreast of what you're doing, you lock into a rhythm and make it easy for the opposition.
Looking for tendency breakers right now. Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
And the blitz does come. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Clinton Dix making the safety blitz look easy. Zooms in for the sack. The offense going to stay out there. They've converted once, failed once. What can they do here on 4th down? Here's Brady. And this is incomplete. A surprising move to go for it. Predictably, at least somewhat predictably, it doesn't pay off. And now possession will go over inside the 15-yard line. The first down carry for Davis. And he'll fight his way down right around the 12. Kyle Van Noy in on the stop.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1-yard gain. On 2nd and 9, Trubisky, and it's caught. And he takes this one in for a Bears touchdown. A 12-yard touchdown grab, and the Bears have taken the lead.
The tight end position has always been dangerous, especially in the red zone, short field. But now even more so because these tight ends aren't necessarily the tight ends of old. They're the rocked-up wide receivers who have a little bit more speed. Way harder to cover than before.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get it up to the 29-yard line.
What the?
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time we saw them go for it in kind of an unusual situation. It's not like it's a fourth quarter do or die. They went for it, didn't get it. We'll see how that affects them this go-around.
Partner, I'm wondering if we're starting to see the effects of analytics coming into play here, where people are studying the number of possessions, how many times you should go for it, what position it leaves your team in. Maybe we're starting to see a little bit of that creeping into the NFL game.
I think we've seen it in other sports, maybe in the NFL now as well. Here's a throw right side, taken in by his tight end. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. A good pick up there of 20 yards. Brady now. 5 straight completions here in this second half. Nowhere to turn here. He's going to go down. Back at about the 37-yard line. That's sacked by Khalil Mack.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
Another try after the first down sack. Brady, he's going to air it out for Dorsett. And that is intercepted. Or was it? Wait, they'll say no. No interception. He did not keep the feet in bounds, apparently. So that's just going to be an incompletion. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Working from the gun, it's Brady. Slant route, caught by Edelman. And he'll get it down this time to the 17. They do get 18, but even that won't be quite enough. It's 4th down. And no field goal try here from the red zone. Offense out there. They'll go for it on 4th. Brady going to go on 4th down. It's complete. Swings it out to his running back. And he's in. Touchdown, Patriots. From 17 yards out, as they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. They took a pretty big risk right there, going for it on 4th down. But, hey, not only did they get the first down, forget about that, they got in the end zone.
Yeah, because normally you're just thinking, can I get enough yardage to get it past the sticks and pick up a first down? Instead, they go for the end zone and get it done with no margin for error. Remember, 4th down, they went for it.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be 2nd down. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 11 yards there, 1st down.
That was good, tough running right up the middle. And if the defense can't penetrate and make him slow his pace or change direction, that's often the end result.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. On the ground, it's Montgomery. Pushing forward for 3 up to the 48. And this will probably be the last play of the quarter. So both teams trade touchdowns, and the third as we're through 3 quarters of play. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On second down, it's Montgomery. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 16 yards, a first down.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at them and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. On second down now, it's Montgomery. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. All runs on this drive so far. It's 1st and 10. Now Trubisky going to give this to Montgomery. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be second down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. On second down, it's Montgomery, and they'll lose yardage here. Knocked back to the 19-yard line. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. Getting down to the good stuff. All tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. This one left side caught by Patterson. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
Did you see that route the way that I did? I thought he was trying to get deep.
Yeah, that wasn't the first option.
No, not it came off of that guy, the deep guy, and came underneath on the drag. Completed it very well.
A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. A game-winning field goal would be a chip shot from here. Let's see how they play it on 1st and goal. They'll run with Montgomery. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2.
But they picked up a little bit of yardage there, and now, in this situation, should be in no hurry to run a play really fast. Let the clock wind down.
He didn't even try to signal for a timeout, so they must have not been aware of the numbers.
I think he lost track of the time left in the play clock and probably was trying to read the defense and trying to figure out which play to run and just lost track, and it cost him.
On the carry, it's Montgomery. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it.
Partner, you've got about 20 coaches on your payroll, but there's 60,000 of them in the stands. I don't think any of them like that play.
And the later we go, it starts to sound like 100,000 in here. The Patriots will take their 3rd and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. This has been a long drive. You got to figure a field goal would be a letdown. And that's a touchdown as they've broken our tie here in the final minute of the 4th. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. It's up and good, and that'll make the score 21-14. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down here in a one-score game, but the time, it's a factor, but it's not a huge factor right now, is it?
It's really not, because this amount of time gives them a chance to run their offense, to go through play sequences. And this is what they work on every week in practice, usually on a Friday. They go over this type of a situation, late game situation. What are we going to do when we have the opportunity? They've called these plays a bunch of times. Now's their chance to execute them.
They have the opportunity now. Here's the execution. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. And he can't get a throw away. He's taken down. Khalil Mack in there to take him down, and the clock will roll.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. And it's Clinton-Dix with a pick. It's 1st and goal, and a late touchdown at this stage could officially salt this one away. They'll run for it with Montgomery. And he takes it into the end zone across the chalk. Now there is a flag down, but I think that's offsides on the defense.
Yeah, I think that's going to stand, partner.
Pinheiro now to add the extra point. He's got it as they double up the lead. This one's now 28-14. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively? There he goes, Julian Edelman. The 40, 20, 10, and a little bit of a consolation prize there. He's into the end zone. Won't win them the game, but they do get the score with all zeros showing.
But some fantasy players are really happy with that score.
Doesn't affect the outcome, but hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. Well, going into the final play of this game, they knew that they needed some type of a miracle there at the very end, but they couldn't get it done. However, we were treated to really a spectacular affair.
Even though they didn't finish it off, you're exactly right. They took us down to the last play. We're still, you were wondering, could it happen? Possibly, even though we both knew it was a long shot.
That'll do it for us. For Charles Davis and all our hardworking crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. For more, find us on Twitter at EA Madden NFL. The Bears get the win at home as we say so long from Soldier Field.
Incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. I just had to let you know. the young, incredible, honestly unforgettable. You a joke like Chappelle Show. This so perennial. Do this for my millennials. I be murdering any flow. Yeah. I just had to let you know. Yeah. Give me that work and I can sell it. I put it on the line like I ain't selfish, nah. The story flip if I let you tell it. Put my heart and soul in so you feel it. I ain't never faking, I'm the realest since Tupac.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the City of Angels, Los Angeles, California. The City of Angels showing it can be loud and raucous. This was the scene a moment ago as the home squad emerged from the tunnel. They're ready for football and ready to watch their Rams do battle with the Atlanta Falcons. Here's Bosher to kick it away. This will be taken very short. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line.
Go. 180. Hold on. Check. Here we go.
Now the first carry here for Todd Gurley. He takes this for 3 to the 29.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. It's a first down on a gain of 10. That O-line, they cleared a big hole there on that run.
The athleticism of offensive lines continues to evolve, and we're seeing it here. Not only they controlling things right at the line of scrimmage, but they're able to get upfield to get to what we call the second and the third levels. You know, get to the linebacker spot, the secondary spot, getting all the way downfield with their blocking, which helps keep the running back clean.
They'll try to continue that trend here this afternoon. The success there, Charles, coming on the outside of the field, the ground game. Curious to see if that continues as we progress.
Yeah, we often talk about a variety in play calling and usually between run and pass. But in this case, with strictly the run game, you can be creative there as well. Run it inside, run it outside, keep the defense off balance.
4 yards the pickup, first down. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. They find some Todd Gurley. Wave goodbye. And he takes this thing way down into Atlanta territory. A big hitter. That one goes for 40 yards. We think back to the Super Bowl against New England. The Rams never even got into the red zone in that game. And now here they are in the red zone on their opening drive with a first down. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be second down. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's second and goal. Here's Brown. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. That backs them up 1 yard and brings up third down. The last 2 plays each lose a yard. They'll try to move forward here on third and 12. Goff going to hand it to Gurley. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. Not at all what they envisioned on third down. 3 yards in the wrong direction. The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on fourth and goal. Here we go on fourth. Goff flushed out right. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Kamal Ishmael. And I think he's going to go. They're not going to get him. Past the 20. 10, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown. So they go for it on 4th and goal, hoping to get 6, and it's 6 the other way.
If hindsight is 20/20, they would have gone ahead and kicked the field goal, but by being aggressive, it actually cost them. Give up 6 points going the other way.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. This will be taken short. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
They told us they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
Here's a pass swung out left to his running back.
Brings up 3rd down.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Second quarter now from Los Angeles. It is the Rams in possession as they've got it with a 3rd down and less than a yard. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. From the gun, here's Gone. They got him in. It's Woods. And that's going to be good for another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 35. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a 1st down.
On 1st down, Gone. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another 1st down.
When you run a screen pass really well, you got to like the look of it because so many parts come together to make it work well. The offensive linemen, where they're faking people out, the back slipping out there, catching the football, then all of them going together as one unit downfield. A really nice pickup.
Goff now, after the pick on the last drive, 3 for 3 to start this drive. It's 1st and 10. Gurley. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A good run, got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3. Gone. And he's got it. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. 11 yards there, 1st down.
And a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry? Ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
20. 45. Come on, the ball. 49.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. From 3 yards out, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Bouncing back nicely from that bad opening drive where he threw the interception. Drive number 2 leads him right down the field and into the end zone.
So obviously his confidence was never lost, and that's a good thing to see, great quality to have, and you absolutely must maintain that as a quarterback. But I have to think that they're probably still on the script that they prepared for this game. Just the second drive, they've worked on these plays all week in practice. Put them to good use on that one.
Zerline connects on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line. Ryan and the Falcons now come up 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. From the shotgun, Ryan. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. The Pro Bowl wideout Julio Jones is intended receiver, but it's going to be 2nd down. Okay, I got a quick tangent for us here, Charles. Let's look at the teams that have not yet won in the NFL, the 0-3 teams, the Jets, Dolphins, Bengals, Steelers, and Broncos. Who do you think is the first to get off the schneid?
Well, when you look at it, who has the open week? Who's safe? The Jets?
The Jets, yeah, they don't play anybody, so they're not going to win this week.
I think the Bengals and Steelers, they play each other.
Yep.
So I think the Steelers beat the Bengals and get off the schneid. They're the team that I'm looking at closest and having the best opportunity to get it done.
How about Denver hosting Jacksonville? A possibility there for the Broncos, right?
Definitely a possibility, but I like the way that Jacksonville comes into this game. A big win on Thursday night at home against Tennessee, and riding their hot rookie quarterback, Gardner Minshew, and their defense look ferocious again.
Throwing now, Ryan on 1st down. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down. All right, we got a second here. Let's have some fun. Let's be cheesy, because why not? So we had the 71st Emmys on Sunday.
No wine. Just straight cheese.
71st Emmys on Sunday. So let's hand out a few awards.
Okay.
Let's start with Best Supporting Actor right now in the NFL. Who are you going with?
I'm going with the Mustache Man, Gardner Minshew in Jacksonville. Because despite the fact that they're 1-2, got their first win last Thursday against Tennessee, he stepped in week 1 and set a record for rookie quarterbacks. What was he, 22 of 25 throwing in that game? 88% right out of the gate, and has continued good play since then. And let's face it, the Mustache Mania is sweeping Duval County as well as the rest of the state of Florida.
Best actor in a lead role, I'm assuming you're going Mahomes.
You have to, because we kept saying he couldn't possibly.
And the Rams got him. They bring him down. The perennial Pro Bowler Aaron Donald gets the sack. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now it's Ryan. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. John Johnson with the INT. Charles, before the game, you and I were looking at the still undefeated teams in the league, and Detroit's technically won at 2-0-1. But let's look at the 3-0 teams. The Bills, Patriots, Chiefs, Cowboys, Rams, 49ers, and Packers. I'm guessing if I ask you who would lose first, you might say Buffalo, because they play New England this weekend.
I think you're right about that, because that's what you look at. What's the schedule tell us? We know the 49ers are safe because they got an open week coming, so they should be okay on that one. But you would say Buffalo, even though they're at home, New England gets them. But as a wild card, putting them on upset alert, Green Bay on Thursday night with a desperate Philadelphia team coming in. You know, you've got to be really careful with that, despite the fact Green Bay's defense has been so impressive in the early going.
Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete.
It is tough to complete passes against zone defenses. The windows that you see open, they shrink pretty rapidly. How about being able to hit a moving target against a zone before the next guy can get there and make a play on the ball?
Not easy for any quarterback, no matter the situation. And there, the defense won the battle. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of bounds, says the line judge. And it's going to bring up 4th down. They failed once in this spot earlier, but the offense will stay out to go for it on 4th down. They are going for it. Goff. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Rams will signal for a timeout, their second, as the clock will stop with just under 30 seconds to go in the first half. Goff now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Check. 59. Hey, we heavy on the edges.
They go play action with Gurley. Now Goff. They'll get this one to Cup, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one.
First and 10 at the 19-yard line.
So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. From the left hash, it's a 36-yard attempt. And Zerline's kick is good. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They're close game, but they're going to need to do a little bit better probably here in half 2, no?
I would agree with that totally. I would guess it in the locker room. They talked about cleaning up some of the errors, but overall, I think they wanted to be positive with them. Guys, we're right there. Just not playing as well as we need to. Let's pick it up, and we still have a chance to win this game.
Yeah, they do. We'll see if they can pick it up. Again, they'll run with Freeman. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd down.
Hey, Foxtrot.
Here's Ryan. Well, the 2 men come together, and it's incomplete. Excellent work defensively, brings up 4th down.
We're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Well, the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3.
Hey, Charlie. Hey, we gotta go.
They'll indeed go for it with Ryan. It's caught. Jones. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Not often do 4th down conversions result in 23 yards, but that's the case here. 1st down. So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 45-yard line. From the gun, it's Ryan. He's going to wind up and air it out. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by John Johnson. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
So that's back-to-back drives where they've thrown an interception. Ordinarily, we look at the offense and say, what's going on with your scheme? Maybe we should look at the defense and just give them a whole lot of credit. They've got them frustrated right now.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. We have not seen much on offense here from either side these last few drives. We've hit a wall, so to speak.
And have hit it hard, haven't we? Because the defenses right now, they seem to be a step ahead, don't they? Beating them to the point of attack, beating them to the punch. These offensive guys, they're tinkering like crazy. What's it going to take to get back on track?
Yeah, both sides searching for adjustments. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Goff.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
We know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. A shotgun snap for Goff. He's going to have the first down past the 20. And all the way up to the 33-yard line. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it.
Quarterbacks love slant routes because the receivers are breaking right into their line of vision, and receivers love them as well because they're getting the ball on the move and able to catch it and try and get upfield and gain additional yardage.
So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Here comes carry number 10.
Is Jordan there, or is he asleep?
Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
Up from his linebacker spot, Deion Jones making the play.
He has elite instincts from his linebacker spot. He's able to diagnose the run and flies in like a missile to stop that one behind the line of scrimmage.
On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. That's a gain of 13, 1st down Rams.
They're trying to show you they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop him. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive, because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially when they look up at the scoreboard. On 1st down, it's Gurley. And for one of the few times here today, this run's not going to go anywhere. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. So the scoring dried up here in the 3rd. Nothing that quarter for either side. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Now on 2nd down, this is Gurley. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down. 3rd and long. It's Goff. Looks to throw, fires right side. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. That's on target, but it's no good. He had it online, but it came up just shy of the crossbar. And this score will stay right where it is. So points so crucial in a tight game like this, but this kick off the goalpost, and that'll keep the score right where it is.
Yeah, wouldn't have made this a 2-score game, but any cushion this late definitely would have helped. Now they need to ask their defense for another stop, and that's going to require some work.
Marcus Peters up to make the tackle.
Well, they did throw interceptions on their last 2 drives, so no surprise at all they decided to start it with a running play. I'm actually a little bit surprised, though, that they got as much out as they did.
Yeah, decent little gain. Puts them in a pretty good spot for 2nd down. Under 4 to go now as the clock runs and they come up on 2nd down.
Wait, what? I cannot send them on there? Oh, I don't have enough.
Freeman again. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
As big of a play as we've had in this one so far. This is 3rd and 3. On 3rd down, Devontae Freeman. And boy, he is very close to a 1st down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short.
Fuck, hell no. These guys are gonna dog my shit. I ain't done.
One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Now it's Smith, and he gets it down to the 48, enough for the first. They only needed a few inches, and they didn't get much more than that, but by about the width of a shoelace, they convert on 4th down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Hey, Tuesday.
On 1st down, Ryan. And finding the tight end, Hooper. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. 3 points separating these two sides with 2 minutes left to go in the 4th. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They come up on a 2nd down now in a game that looks like it's going to go down the wire. He'll look to throw. Connects with Sanu right side. Touchdown, Falcons. Mohamed Sanu, 38 yards. And the Falcons have retaken the lead. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. Now after the touchdown, it's Bosher to kick it away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. And they had compiled a pretty long drive last time. Unfortunately, though, it ended with no points after the missed field goal.
And that can hurt the psyche of a team because as they drove downfield, you know you're never supposed to count points in your mind until they go up on the board. But let's face it, we've been there. We've seen teams before. They were counting on those points. They didn't get them. Can they come back now, start over again, and grind it out?
He's back to throw. Wide open receiver complete. And he gets this one just shy of the 40 to mark it down at the 39. Give them 14 on that one and a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. Wave goodbye. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. Todd Gurley, 61 yards. And the Rams are once again going to retake the lead. Zerline good with a PAT. So it's now a 3-point game here in the closing stages as a field goal now can only tie it. Now after the touchdown, it's Zerline. He'll kick it away. This fielded at the 2. They'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They're only in need of a field goal, a decent amount of time on the clock. So tell me if I'm wrong. You don't have to be too panicked here.
No, not at all. I agree with you. And this is where your preparation and your confidence comes into play. They've worked on these situations.
They practice this all the time.
They practice it all the time. They know what they want to get done. And in a lot of cases, the great competitors, they love this situation. They think they can go ahead and get it done.
They practiced it. We'll see if practice makes perfect. And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. I guess you can't be afraid to take those chances late in the game. He tried to fit that one in there. Nice job, though, defensively.
But to your point, it was a nice job of knocking the ball away. But you're also right. You can't be afraid to take those chances. That means your guys going downfield to catch the ball, they've got to elevate their game and come down with these in order to keep your offense moving.
He takes it across for the touchdown, and they've taken the lead late in the final minute of the 4th.
Wow. say never situation. But to me, that looks like that's the one that's going to finish them off.
The score that puts them in front here late, but not. You got to rally your kick team, don't you, and say the last thing we need is a big return.
And what happens is guys get overeager, get out of their lane because they're so excited they want to make the last tackle. You mess up, could come back at you a long way.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Los Angeles offense set to begin their next drive. One possession game. Time very much a factor. How does the offense handle this situation?
Well, in a lot of cases, they should be somewhat relaxed. And I know that's counterintuitive because this is a pressure situation. But this is Friday practice every week of the season. You go over this situation, having to go downfield, limited timeouts, got to get out of bounds and keep the drive going and set yourself up. Defensively, you can't just lay back and let them do whatever they want. So it is a cat and mouse deal here. How much pressure will the defense bring, and how much pressure can the offense handle?
We're going to find out. The Rams on 3rd down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 7. Back to throw. Open man right side is Cup, complete. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. The Rams going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as they get it with 26 seconds to go in the football game.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. They'll look to throw. Throw complete right side to Cooks. And he's across for the touchdown, and it's likely the game winner here in the closing stages.
How many people are watching this one right here who gave up? Because that score, they might want to try and rush back into this stadium.
Yeah, what looks like is going to be the game-deciding score, although a little bit of time left, so you can't count your chickens before they're hatched.
Well, they better come back in here and watch this one because you and I, we're not going anywhere. We want to see this one play out.
The Falcons take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. So you're right there, but obviously the clock is not your friend. How do you handle this situation?
You're thinking 2 plays. One, to get yourself in position for the second one, whether you're able to get into field goal range or you have to try another deep pass, another Hail Mary. But you're trying to get the first one to a receiver, get out of bounds, and give yourself a chance to set things up for an easier shot at it.
Let's see if they can do it. Might be easier said than done. Back to throw. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Now a final chance to stop it here as a timeout comes in with 10 seconds left in the game. So the sack pushes him back, and now 3rd and long for Ryan and the Falcons. Here's Ryan. The left side completion to Jones. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. One last shot for Ryan. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And it's incomplete. So their final drive.